Yay. Yay. There we go. Awesome. Joanne, Maureen, Rhonda, yay. Penny, oh, yay. Don't we all come on and fix our hair? Oh, yay. I just got back from the store. Yay. Well,
Hi, Maureen. Hi, Lisa.
Hi there.
hey, I know this is not the right place or time, so I'll show you before Peg gets on and wrangles me in. But this watch is awesome. Look at how nice that is.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is nice.
That's
Yeah.
that new set. That's in the new book. That's nice.
That is very nice.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I'm not as liking the necklace and earrings and because they're big, but that it's not that I don't like them, it's that I don't see where I'm going to wear them because they're like these. They're
Oh,
nice, but they're fancier than me. But I suppose the watch is too, but I don't know. I like that for some reason.
yeah.
I'm into the watch. Okay. Don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, and what's the other thing? Oh, you may have seen Molly's doing something else, one of the other companies. And of course I'm gonna do it for all buddies. And I was taking what is it? Instaflex, the joint stuff. And I stopped taking it because I knew I was going to join that thing with Molly, and they've got something similar. And I didn't realize what a difference that was making because I barely move without it. I don't know what's in it. I think it's the same glycositrin or something. They all call it something
Mm.
different, but it all starts with that, whatever it is. Whatever it is, I started the new one finally that I got in the mail from her new company, and it works the same. Thank goodness. I was walking like a regular person in the grocery store today. Oh my God. I hate it when I look like I'm hobbling around. Oh,
Oh my God.
this is
I
what it
have
is. The from Market America.
oh okay.
Glucositrin or something. I don't know. Glucositrin. Anyway, it's the same as Instaflex if you ask me, because it's serving the same purpose.
Yeah. I
Patient
have
with that.
I have a bulging disc
Oh, and you're back?
in my back.
Oh, ouch.
And the last couple of weeks I have a hard time standing and walking. I literally look like I'm falling over.
Oh,
And my doctor has taken me off all ibuprofen, all that medicine, all of that until I get my blood work done because I have problems with my kidneys.
oh,
So until I get my blood, she gets the results of my blood work, and then we're going to discuss what she can put me on. But I am in so much pain every day.
oh,
It's just it hurts so bad.
oh. Well, I hope they find something for you, because oh, yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was so happy to find that. I oh, now we got to get down to business. Peg's here.
Hi, Peg. Peg's here.
We got to get down to business.
Uh-uh. What's going on?
No, yeah, why don't I rope that into I was designing my new card for one of my new ventures, so I was just telling them that um uh Molly's doing Market America. Oh, you did that before.
I did.
Yeah, and this one is if unless I've got it wrong, glucosatrin is the same as Instaflex. And I was taking Instaflex and I stopped taking it about at least two or 3 weeks ago because I knew I was going to get this from Molly and I didn't know what difference it was making. Like, until I ran out for like 2 weeks. Oh God, that stuff worked. That stuff worked. Anyway, I was going to make a new card to promote it because that's what I do. That's what I do. So I
Mm.
still work my list every day.
If enough people know what you do.
That's correct. And you'd be surprised, I work my list because I send 10 cards a day. And right now I'm doing a recruiting card for Avon, a SendOutCards prospect card promoting the 10 card challenge. I'm doing an Avon customer card. I'm doing, this is my daily choice card and the blue hair book card. I still do that every day. And
Yay.
the other ones I've got are, I do 10 total, so, but but one of them's gonna be the new Market America stuff. So, because that's the new strategy is like uh, a portfolio of my favorite things. That's gonna be it. So,
Brilliant.
Kind of
brilliant.
like Oprah's favorite things, but Lisa's favorite thing.
Right. Well, and I don't mind doing that because I like it that it mitigates my risk. You know what I mean? If any one company stops selling something or
Mhm.
making something, I still have the other items. And I do use stuff from all these different companies. So that's why I'm doing that. But
Yeah.
the other thing I'm working on, of course, is now that we're in play season again, I use SendOutCards extensively, promoting the play, looking for new cast members because that's part of my responsibility. Well, Judy.
Something's going on. I'm gonna log off and come back in.
Okay. So I did want to show you just because I spent an hour making this for Kenny and then he didn't like it. So do me a favor and lie to me. Right, right. I'll show you. We went last night to make a presentation to the Historical Society. And I spent like an hour making this in Canva. And he's hilarious about it, but that's fine. He didn't want me to give it out, and I gave it out anyway. I can be bad like that. But it's what we were hoping they'd get involved with us for. Why I want to show you is because if you're not necessarily going to be presenting to the Historical Society, but when you're doing something, you can use some of these elements on a card too. So the part that I liked that I thought of at the last moment was the Historical Society members, not all of them have worked with us on the last two plays, or not all of them found the YouTube performances of the last two plays. So I went on YouTube and got the URL, made it into a QR code using a free QR code generator, and then put scan here to see the play Ebenezer Mudgett and the Pine Tree Riot, which was the 22 performance, and then the Lost Village, which was the 23 performance. But these are easy to put on a regular card too. So all the people that I was making this presentation to, actually he was making the presentation to, has to do is scan those and they can go right to and that's true on my, like my Avon Welcome to the Team card has a scannable QR code that goes to my video welcome message that I recorded of myself saying, welcome to the team. I hope you, because I think people, like a lot of my team members are not ever going to see me in person. They're only ever going to see, writing from me or cards from me. So I want to make sure that if possible, they could see me in person so they can relate to me better. That I'm a real person. I'm not just sitting up here taking a paycheck. So, but anyway, that's what I'm trying to do is find more ways to give a good experience to my customers and my team members. So I was just thinking I should do that for my customers too. Send them a thank you with a QR code. That's easy to do. And the videos, YouTube channel is free to have a YouTube channel. And then you can just upload a video and make it private. And you could make it, oh, there's Peg. The other one was stuck. You're live. I can see you. Yeah, the other way you were just sitting there.
I know.
Well, luckily you weren't doing something really weird.
Yeah.
I could be like Joanne, Judy, and Rhonda and just turn my thing off, but I like to be here fully present.
Oh.
So
Don't
you're
be-
doing Market America, the play, recruiting for Avon, the Send Out Cards 10 card challenge, and then you said something and I didn't hear what the other one was.
I do 10 total, so I'm still doing ones from Christmas. I just call them update from where New Hampshire or something instead. So I'm still working that list because normally I send out 800 Christmas cards. I'm only at 200 because I'm doing one a day. So I could do that the rest of the year and still not have them all out.
And then Market America, what are you doing for Market America? The
I'm gonna
arthritis
actually do,
one?
I think I'm gonna do 2 on that because that's not the one I was so excited about at first. It was the one I like. It's the other one. There's
And are
one
you
called
still doing the, go
Turn Up.
ahead.
There's one called Turn Up, and it's you add water to it, and it's an isotonics one. And it's for energy and focus. I've been doing that every morning. I like that a lot.
So are you doing the snaps anymore?
That's not from them though. That's from my daily.
I know
Choice.
it. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yeah. No, this is more like just in the morning. This isn't the
Okay.
emergency. I'm going to wreck my car because I'm tired.
Okay.
The
So in
snaps-
lieu of coffee kind of thing, in lieu of coffee, you do that one?
I wasn't doing it instead of coffee. I'm
Oh.
not necessarily I'm not necessarily trying to eliminate my coffee, but
So you have 10 things and you do one of each and that's your 10 cards a day?
well, usually like right this second, I have 8 cards and I leave 2 for because I always
Heartfelt.
have thank you notes, right?
Yeah,
Thank you notes
heartfelt and all that. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And Facebook espionage. Yes. So before Maureen does her thing, do you mind if I do an espionage together?
No, that's fine.
Awesome. Thank you. So let's do an espionage. Because you can't beat a good espionage in the morning. Oh, oh
Is it morning and where?
no.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
didn't think
God,
so.
Peg.
I didn't think so. I'm
Please
just
call me
checking.
out on my details now. Come on.
Ebenezer Mudgett and the
This
Pine Tree Riot.
this was what we were presenting last night, me and Kenny, the director at the Historical Society, but he didn't like how this turned out.
I like it.
He
What
said it
did
was
he
too
like?
fancy. He said
What
it was too
specific?
fancy.
Too fancy?
He doesn't like this. He thinks it's cheesy. He doesn't like the tan background, but it doesn't matter. I would, if I had had time to run it by it, I would have made the changes he wanted because it's not my position in that organization to make the
Right.
decisions.
Right.
But I was showing everybody else so everybody could give me an atta girl because I felt bad. I spent an hour doing that and he didn't like it.
I think at a girl, yeah. Museum open for event, consultant partner on town hall upgrades.
Well,
like
what
it.
I liked as far as why I showed it to the group too is because this down here is something we can do with a lot of different things. So
Right.
I know the Historical Society members helped work on those other 2 plays, but did they find the YouTube video that we have of it? Probably not. So now they've got them both. And they've got the 3 principals that are running the show over here.
Now
So
there's no excuses.
I wouldn't go that far. But those are easy to put in a card. And
I like the drama mask. That says drama. That lets you know it's a play.
well,
What
he
doesn't
thinks
he
it's
like about it?
it's okay though.
Yeah,
My
okay.
job is to make Kenny happy. So
Right.
if he doesn't like it,
Understood.
I'm moving on.
I'm just giving you an atta girl, hon.
Thank you. Yeah, that's been a long learning curve for me to make
3
sure that I
years in the
stay in
making.
my lane. Yeah, I got it. Well,
3
it's hard,
years in the making.
but I run the show
Look, there's
here.
Lowry. Lowry's making a song for me and it's finished. It's at the studio. We're doing it.
That's awesome. I like this one he did too. That's awesome.
He filmed that in Costa Rica.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
it's
theme
really
song
good
for
footage.
everybody, in case you're wondering. He does theme songs. Okay, here, let's find. Oh, that's such a good picture of
Look,
them.
there's my friends.
Oh, let's send that to them. That's a good picture. Look at that.
Look at that.
Robert Noel Peterson. There we go. This is an easy one. Look at that. Okay, so now this is fast and dirty. So send out cards. The computer is not being fast, so sorry about
Look at
that.
those chunks of the bridge being removed from Balmer, hon.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, fast and dirty. That was a sideways card, wasn't it? A horizontal card.
Vertical. It was horizontal.
Horizontal. So build your own horizontal, customize, flat card. And next, fast and dirty.
Did you do a back based on what Maureen taught us?
No. Did you? I
I'm
didn't do
working
the
on-
homework. I didn't do the homework.
I don't send very many horizontal cards. I make the card go vertical more often than not. But anyway, that's just me.
Okay. Oh, power couple. What a fabulous picture. Whoops, picture. Alpha, they call them alpha leaders. Alpha awesome. Yeah, they call them alpha leaders in the alliance there. So here we go. Alpha awesome. And then background, I'm just going to add some little thing. Okay. So where is my proceed to cart?
You
And
didn't
then
sign it.
I don't usually. Peterson. Okay, so are they?
Robert, there it is.
Yeah, I don't have one with them together, so I'll just send it to Noel. There you go. Because they always give me a hard time because I usually send them to Robert, but I met him first. That was the deal with that. Check out. So this is one of my heartfelt in my subscription. And that's it. What was that? That was more longer than a minute, but yay. I'm sure. I was trying to do fast and dirty. There's Heather. Heather, I can't believe you sent me that bag.
I know. I'm so well, it's so funny because I wanted to send it to you before you said something about the Coach bag because I was like, I don't know what she really likes. I just know she likes blue, and I thought it was cool as like a backpack. So I, because you know when you buy something, like you get all these emails or whatever. So I was just clicking on it and I saw it. And then when by the time, you know me, I'm so lazy. Like I don't do things like you get your birthday present in March or something, you know. So, and when I went to buy it, it was sold out. I was so upset because I was like, oh, you know, like, because, you know, when things, it went on sale and then I was like waiting and then I was just going to ship it to you. I was like, so mad. And so then when we went in there and then I was like, oh, she'll get it at Christmas, you know, but I need to mail it. And then I was like, I didn't nothing to write with. So I was like, okay, I'll just like write something, you know, on a dollar bill and she figures it out. I was just, so that's my Grammy memento card, you know, everything. Cause I thought that was kind of, you know, a really good way to remember
you get a million
her.
brownie points for that because that is awesome. Oh, I love
Well,
it.
you know what you've done, you know, I said to Sean, I'm like, I'm writing this off because the amount of, you know, knowledge and mentorship that I've gained from Lisa over these, oh my gosh, can't even count the many years, 20 or so, you know, so I'm so glad you love it.
I do on the post, the thank you post, I put, I'm going to use it in New York because it's perfect bag for New York because you have it right there. You know what I mean? No one taking that off me. And right. And I got a whole bunch of messages from like some of the other people going to that meeting, and they said it was a secret meeting. We're not supposed to tell we're going. Like, no, sir. that is not true.
What?
A
Secret?
secret meeting. And so they're like, yes, it's absolutely a secret meeting. No one's supposed to know we're going. I said, you guys are on crack. That is not some
Like-
secret meeting. So I emailed the lady at corporate that set up the thing and I said, is this a secret meeting? What the hell? She said, no, it's not a secret.
Wouldn't they tell
I'm
you
not-
that? Don't share this.
I don't know why the other guys thought it was secret. I don't know.
Maybe they want to keep it like they're special.
I thought
Like
that's gonna be how does that even does anyone even able to pull off secret meetings anymore? Because
Oh no.
I mean, if
nothing's
I
a secret.
suddenly disappeared for 3 days, wouldn't you kind of like wonder where I was? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, look at what the kid brought. You don't want to show your face? Say hey, hey. This is what the kid brought home. Okay, thank you. Oh, you going to DoorDash? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay. Okay. Sadly, we don't go to the movies. We buy popcorn and bring it home without going to the movie itself. You could just walk in there and walk out with popcorn. Did you know you could do that?
Wow.
Right. At our house, popcorn is a food group. Well, we have a professional popcorn machine. I have one here that I bought and have used it extensively. That was like the best $75 I ever spent in my life. I bought it from the video rental store that went out in my town. I've used it every Halloween. I've used it at all kinds of events. I even put it on a truck and had it down at the 1998 Avon convention and had special permission to serve popcorn. My brother went down there and did the popcorn thing for like 5,000 people. And afterwards, it was hilarious because he'd been giving me such a hard time about the whole Avon thing. He said I was ruining my mother's chances of her retirement because he said, you're having her mess with this little thing. But after Florida, he didn't say anything else after that. He said, all he said to me was, I had no idea you knew that many people because he had to ban the popcorn machine. So anyway, that was that. So, Maureen, are you ready to teach us something new today?
Well, I don't know if it's something new, but I do have an idea, and this kind of bounces off what you were saying about doing a QR code with a video to thank your customers. Because sometimes I like to Google the national days and see what's coming up and if it's something that I want to send a card for. And next Thursday, April 25th, is Thank You Thursday.
Oh,
So, but it's also World Penguin Day, and I love penguins. It's National Zucchini Bread Day. It's National Telephone Day.
what day is that? Thank you day. Which day is that?
April 25th.
April 25th. Okay.
And I did not know this. April is National Card and Letter Writing Month.
Yep. Yep,
I
yep,
did
yep.
not know that. And April 21st to April 27th is Administrative Professionals Day.
Nice.
Now they made it a whole week.
Yep.
And Earth Day is Monday, what, the 22nd?
Yep. Earth Day
Day's
is
the
Monday.
22nd.
Yep. That's the only thing I miss about teaching is on Earth Day. We always read the Lorax and then we did a little project.
I got a really cool Earth Day card in the mail yesterday from a SendOutCards lady in Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
how cute.
Oh, that is cute. Oh, that's neat. Did she put that? Is that a stock card?
It's
She
not a
must have-
stock card. She created this with AI.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Isn't that nice? And then a word search puzzle. And
Nice.
she lives part-time on a boat, and that's her boat.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah,
That's
so pretty
awesome.
cool.
So what was the rest of that, Maureen, about the QR code?
So what I was thinking was I had already uploaded the pictures and stuff for Penguin Day, and I was thinking what to do for Thank You Thursday, but because you said, I could always make a video with a QR code to send to my customers, I was like, well, we can talk about the Thank You Thursday then. I was going to mention it anyway, but I was going to show you, I was going to do the penguin card. But you could always make a card like Lisa wants with the Thank You Thursday to thank your customers, make a video, attach it to the QR code, and send it off to your customers.
You know, before, within SendOutCards, before QR codes were popular, when they first were doing them, I don't know, want to say first doing them, but they had a big introduction. I bet you remember this, Peg. They called them video cards. And it was just putting in a QR code is what it was. Yeah, that was neat. They had the QR code generator right in SendOutCards there for a while and called it the video cards. Sorry, that's all I had. Go ahead.
No. And then I've already printed the May calendar, so we got different ones for May that we can talk about. But yeah, so I thought that would be fun to do can I show you what I did for my World Penguins Day?
Please.
So these are, you gotta let me in again.
Oh,
Lisa, you gotta let me in.
Okay, how did we do this last time? Security?
Go to security and the top choice should be share.
Lock me. Enable waiting room high. Share screen. Okay, can you do it now?
Let's do it.
Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now?
Gotcha. So all I did was I went to Canva. That's all I did. I'm sorry, I Googled. And this is what I found. So I was doing a build your own. I was doing the vertical. I was going to do a 2-panel. And then on the front, I have this cute little picture I found.
Oh, that's cute.
Now,
Aw.
because I like to do like strange, I can't say that word, obscure colors. So I've got my little eyedropper. So I would like maybe this color right here. So did you see how I did that? I had that little square. Let me do it again. So see how I got the little square right there?
Yep.
Yep.
That's going to pick out the color. So I've already chosen this color. So it's up here. So I come back and there is my code, the DCAC7C. I'm going to copy that. Come over here to background. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to paste that, and there's my background. And it was that
Nice.
little color right there. And then inside, now this is where I want you guys to tell me which ones you like better. I have 2 little information pages. I've got this one that's Know Your Penguins, okay?
That's cute.
Or I have this one that gives some information about the penguins.
I think I like
And-
that one.
I
Like
would
that one, I like that one
recommend,
too.
can I make a suggestion? Why
Yes,
don't you make that one on the left panel? And then on the right panel, choose one of the layouts that has a smaller picture, but big enough to hold that. And then your text can just be short and sweet.
That's a great idea.
Thank you. Sometimes I get those. So then your
So,
decision is, do you want the picture above or below? Do you want to say something first and have the picture at the bottom? Because there's the reverse of that as
right,
well. So scroll down in layouts and see if you want to say the words first.
right.
Scroll down, it's right there on the left.
Right there. Let me see.
I use that a
that.
lot, and then I'm ending with a fun photo, but then I say, it's Penguin Day. Do you like penguins as much as I do? Or everything you want to know about penguins, but were afraid to ask, something like that. That's really cute.
Exactly. So I just thought, so all I did was Google those, and that's what I found. I just put in National Penguins Day.
I
That's so
like the
cute.
everything you wanted to know about penguins, but were afraid to ask.
Hey, to ask, I like that too.
That was cute.
You can copy it. You don't even need to credit me on it, Maureen. It's my gift to you.
That's pretty good.
Well, I have to run to my 1:30, but it's always, always, always great to hang out. Good lesson, Maureen. Nicely done.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Lisa. I'll see you tonight.
Thank you.
Blue
Okay.
Bear Brigade.
Have a good afternoon, Peg.
Too. Bye-bye.
So,
Everything
so I
you
thought
always
that
wanted
was,
to
they were cute.
That is pretty cute, though. Everything you wanted to know about penguins that were afraid to ask.
Exactly.
Just a quick question, Joanne here. I'm out doing Avon. So we
Yeah.
have a little eyedropper theme with send out cards now.
No,
No,
I
it's not in SendOutCards, Joanne. It's if you use Google as your web browser, you can add an extension and it's called Eyedropper Color Picker. And you can go in, so say right here, you can click this pick color from web page and say you want this color right here. So you see how there's that little square and I'm pointing on the arrow. I will click that, it'll pick up that color. And then when you come back over here, it gives you the hex code. So all you have to do is take this hex code, copy it or write it down or however, and then if you do your photo, we'll just play
Okay.
image. Let's see. We'll make this small and then go background, take out the FFFs or whatever you have in there, paste that hex code, and that will become your background. Or if you want when you type out your information, you can change the colors to whatever you want. Say you like this color pink or that color gray, and you want those to be either your background or whatever you type, the information you type in the middle. That's all you have to do. It's called Eyedropper Color Picker.
That is so cool because so many times I'll have a photo or something and it takes me forever to try to get close to what it is on the send out cards. So that's cool. Can you maybe post that in the group somewhere so that I know what to look for when I'm back at my desk?
Absolutely, Joanne. Let me write a note because if I don't, I'm gonna forget.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Joanne. The eyedropper info into group. Okay, absolutely.
I apologize for eating popcorn.
That's okay. Any other questions? All right, that's all I have.
So who
I
do
was-
you, well, can you do the unshare the screen?
Yeah, that's what
Um,
I'm trying to do right now, but I moved you guys to the bottom, so I gotta move you. Stop share. There we go.
Yeah, sorry about the popcorn thing. Um, let's talk about reasons to send cards too. And let's see, what lately have I done that was an unusual card? I think the gearing back up for the play is one of the things that I've been doing a lot more of because if you belong to an organization where you have to like gear up and then after whatever it is you do is done, it gears back down, but you need to stay in touch with those people because next time you gear back up, you need to have their contact information. You need to have had some contact with them. SendOutCards is the perfect thing to do that with. And this doesn't necessarily have to be just a theater thing because that wasn't how I was doing it to start with. It could be like the Girl Scout troop, or let's say your church does what do they call it when the kids get the education when they're 13 or whatever.
VBS?
And let's
Oh.
say you're part of the teacher, but that isn't an all year thing. That's a specific amount of time. It
Oh,
could
the
be that,
first
or it could be,
communion and all that.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot
Oh,
of actual,
yeah.
there's a lot of functions at a church that are like that, that are seasonal. So you do it and then it doesn't come again till the next year, like the fall festival or the spring book fair or whatever it is. And usually it's the same people that work on those things. And if you're one of them or you're in charge of something like that, like I'm in charge of doing the play thing, I try to make sure everybody that's in the play, the cast members and the crew, I get their name and address somehow. Then I'm looking it up on white pages or Facebook to make sure I have their contact information, their birthday. It's easy about their contact information because I say, well, I need to keep in touch with you to tell you updates about this play that we're working on. So then I have it for next time. But to me, this was important to keep in touch with them during the year because with the play, we have a big focus on it for a while. And then we go months and months and months where we're not even meeting or anything. Then all of a sudden we're gearing up for the next one. So I don't want to have to start from 0 people again. So I want to start with all the people that we had from before. Another example that I worked this for would be when I ran for state rep. I ran for state rep in my district no, what am I saying? 10 times. I ran 10 times. By the way, I never got elected, but because I'm a third party candidate, I had to get signed petitions to get on the ballot. At first it was 100, then they went up to 150. All of my compadres that also had to go get signed petitions every year that they had to do it, which was every other year, they went out in front of the grocery store or out at the dump and got brand new people that they hadn't interacted with to sign their petitions. And they had to stand there all day for days and days to get the 150 because you have to get 150 certified. So you really need at least twice that. After I did that a couple years, I thought, this is crazy. I'll just save the name, address, and phone of everybody that signs, and then I'll send them one of these things to sign next time. And what that morphed into was I'd send a SendOutCard campaign out saying, it's time for me to get back on the ballot. I know you signed for me before. If you're willing to sign again, please stop in. I've got the things here. I didn't mail the whole thing out anymore. I sent a nice card instead. Okay. So by the 10th time that I ran, I did not have to stand out at all, out and get signatures. Everybody else was still doing that. They were still standing out doing that. So to me, it's once you get people, and you know where else I did this? You probably do this too. You just don't realize how easy it would be to let SendOutCards help you. When I sold Girl Scout cookies, I saved a group called Girl Scout cookies in my contact manager. And every year that came up that we had to sell Girl Scout cookies, the first thing I did was made a card that we're now selling them again and put the link so people could order the cookies and send them to everyone who bought cookies last time. Because that's the same as when you're selling Avon or Market America or whatever else you're selling. The best customers are going to be the ones that already bought from you. They're going to be the easiest to sell to again and then go to the new ones. So I guess the whole point of that was make sure you're adding people to your contact manager. And when you're working on a project or with a group, that the first thing you think of is collecting their information, their name, their address, their birthday, their email, their phone, and sending them cards when you don't need them, because that's how they're going to show up when you do need them. Go ahead, Maureen.
I was say, should you show them how to make a group in case they don't know how to make a group?
Yeah. The only thing though is you can't do that anymore without adding a person. So I can add you. Let's see. That's a good point. They haven't. So it's adding a person.
Or just show the
So you go to contacts, right?
yeah.
And you how you add a person if they're already, let's say they're, you already have them in your, you already have them entered. You can do this and then add to group this way. Okay, so you can just put them in and then add them that way. And then you just click on what group you want them added. Okay. Or, well, what's that say at the bottom there? Or to add somebody is up here. So we went under contacts. This is what you get under contacts, right? We went under contacts, add contact up here. And you just fill this out. I'll put me in again. Well, I'll put me with a crazy name so I know Lisa Marie Wooly Bully Wilber. That way I'll know it's me. Okay. And then the address 733 South Stark Highway. And then where? And did you know when you click on this, you can hit the first letter and it goes down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a new one for me, 3281. Okay, so the date, when I'm adding somebody, I try to get their birthday. So mine's February 4th. And here you can add them to the group here. If you don't have a group for that yet, right? You can add it right here, create new group. But you can't create a group unless you have a person to put in it anymore. So you can't just create a group with nobody in it. You have to wait and create it here or add them after you already have it in. So I could put me in, save the contact, and that would put me in the contact manager, and then go back and just click on me and add me to a group that way.
And you
Okay.
can have them in more than one group.
Yes, as many groups as you want.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I love that function, the group function, because then that's where I get my lists to work. So like Avon info only, this is a huge database because anytime I got leads from Avon or people that answered my ad from the paper, during the past 15 years, I've used SendOutCards. Whenever I've gotten the lead, they go in there and I put them in the group Avon info only. So it's a big giant list. And then you can just export to Excel and print it. And that's how I'm working those lists that way. So when I print the list, I print first name, last name, and zip code because you can search by zip code. That's the fastest way to do it, I think.
And another thing that's interesting with the groups, now I haven't thought of this, but some of the people that I watch videos, like May 4th is coming up. We know what May 4th is. It's that Star Wars thing. If you have people that are just love Star Wars, you could put them all in one group and you can send them a May 4th card, a Star Wars card, and you could choose that group. You don't have to go through individually. You know, somebody who likes zucchini bread, put them all in a zucchini bread group, or and then send them a card because National Zucchini Bread Day is coming. So I like that function. I think that's a cool function to have too. You can have like all of your high school friends in one group and then, you know, send them cards. And it's just, I think it's a fun group way to do it. So that way you're not going, okay, now who would like this card? And then you send them all out and they're like, oh, darn it, I forgot that person. You just add them. And you can also, after you choose the group, and if you forgot somebody, you can go back and add them before you send the cards.
And if you choose the group and then there's someone in the group you don't want to get that particular card, you can uncheck them too. It
Yes.
just gives you a place to start. But yeah, no, I love that function because after a while, I mean, I've got 10,000 people in there. After a while, if I didn't have them in groups, I wouldn't remember where I met some of them. You know, I mean, I wouldn't know if they, Heather, I wouldn't know if they bought a house from me or I sold them some cookies, right? And there's a big difference. So,
Yeah.
right. So I don't think there's any limit to how many groups you can have either.
I
I
don't think
haven't
so
run
either.
across it if there is. And there's no
Yeah.
limit to how many contacts you can have either. So,
Lisa,
yes.
I think you might be able to add new groups now without putting a contact in, just because I tried it and was
Oh.
able to do it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
I just went to, groups, and it add, the right hand, I believe it had a plus, add a group, and I put it in and
Awesome.
added it. And then I changed it from groups to contacts, and I chose a contact and added it to it. So they've got that where we can do that now.
Yeah, it was before, and maybe it was a glitch and then they solved it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a long time we couldn't do that. So
Thank you for trying it though, because sometimes once I think they changed it, I don't go back to trying it to see if it was a goof or not. No, that's awesome. Thank you. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And to me the card thing has been one of the main ways that I stay in touch with my customer base, my team members, even colleagues that I work with, like in the Go Giver Success Alliance. You know, they call me the card lady over there. They don't call me the Avon lady. They call me the card lady because they get cards from me. Although many of them buy Avon from me, they still remember me for the cards. And when Bob Berg introduces me, he says something about the cards all the time. That's just, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being known for being thoughtful. That's like, it's like,
Right.
yay. That's like the best of all things to get known for. So that just makes it easy, I think, with send out cards. And I hope if you listen to this and most of you guys are pretty seasoned and have used this a long time, but don't go by us that have used it forever. They've got thousands of stock cards. So if you're not creative, don't let that bother you. Just go grab ones. They pay people to create cards. So they add new ones all the time. They've got a big giant portfolio of birthday, thank you, anniversary, every single topic you can probably think of, except I don't think they had a Penguin Day card.
No, they didn't.
No.
No.
But for just regular stuff, there's all kinds of ones to choose from. So don't feel like you have to be a creative person for this to work for your business, or I should say, or personal life. But go ahead, Maureen.
And I think it was the thank you cards. I was scrolling through the whole list of thank you cards. And I think they have ones that say, thank you for buying about the house for a realtor. I think they have some that say, nice meeting you. It was a pleasure meeting you. So not only do they have the birthday and the anniversary, they also have ones that say thank you for specific reasons, which I think is really cool too.
They do. They made it, set it up so, and they say this, so you don't have to be the creative type.
Right.
But if you want to be, it certainly lets you do that, because I like to think that I'm good at designing stuff. Although Kenny would argue with.
I go
Kenny's
back
like,
and forth. I design some and I use the stock cards. I go back and forth.
Kenny's so funny because I gotta tell I can't tell him. I've just gotta listen to what he says and not say anything. But I want to say, I'm the marketing person. You're the director. Stay in your lane there, buddy. But instead, what I do, this is horrible. Instead, what I do is yes him and then do what I want. So I made the flyer, brought the flyer. I knew he wasn't going to like the flyer right away because he wanted it black letters on white paper with no graphics or anything. And then he was saying, "What? At the beginning, I was going to tell the origin story for the play, but he's not a salesman, so he doesn't think that anyone needs stories to sell his point. So he didn't have me do that." And it was funny because one of the other people there said, "I thought you were going to tell the story." I'm like, "Hey, that's Kenny." No, yeah, he didn't want me to do it. So, but when it's up to me, I know stories sell. So, and he actually, what did he say about that origin story? Because he isn't part of the beginning. He's part of the story, but not the beginning part. And he said it sounded like we made the Ware Community Theater not intentionally, but by mistake. I said, yes, that's why it's cool. It's like, what do they call that? When it magically comes together by accident. I want to say kismet, but that's not right.
Karma?
No,
Karma?
No.
karma's what goes around comes around.
Oh, yeah.
There's another name, but I
A
forgot.
coincidence?
No, I'll have to remember the word.
Some New
But
Hampshire word I don't know then.
right. But you know, it's kind of like the Blue Hair book, how I've talked more about the origin story for the Blue Hair book and how we actually did that book from a comment on a Zoom call. Because isn't it a cool story? It's kind of like we were looking at a kaleidoscope and then somehow tilted it just right and all the pieces fell in place. That's the same thing that happened with the play. That's why the story's cool. And Kenny's like, that's not very professional. So I'm like, that didn't matter that it wasn't professional. It's cool that our pieces fell together, but like the flyer kind of needed to be professional. So anyway, yeah, I'm bad about that. So um I just go ahead and do what I want. Does that shock you, Heather?
Not at all. And the
Right.
older I get, the more I understand that because there's just such difference between men and women too. I really believe that. And the way they
Well,
think, sometimes people are more linear and some people are more, so.
well, I always try to take into consideration because in this particular project with the play, Kenny is a genius. I've never met anybody like him I mean, he's the director, he's juggling 1,000 details, but he is a control freak a little bit, which is fine. But I do things that he doesn't know I do because he doesn't believe in social media.
Well,
Right.
that's just, I know several people who don't, but just in their realm of what did you say? He's not a salesperson. So why do you need
Right. He's
social
not a
media if
salesperson.
you're not a
But
salesperson? You go to
but
work and whatever all
it was
day,
just
get
so
it?
funny because bless his little heart, he thought that we had that line coming out the first year, going all the way down the street from having it on one changeable copy sign in the middle of town. Right. Bless his little heart. So
Bless his
no,
heart.
I don't tell him everything. I just go ahead and do my job. But and sadly, if I knew he was going to have an objection, like with the flyer, I just said I didn't have time to run it by him. I just did
Yeah.
it, made sure I checked it so it was accurate, and then made copies and brought it. So that's what I do. But
Sometimes it is
normally,
fast and dirty.
right. Well, and I try to make sure to say, am I really doing what's right for the project, or am I doing it like a vanity because I like my own flyer? Or I got to
Right.
make sure, because Kenny is very smart. He usually knows exactly what we should or shouldn't be doing. It's just usually on the marketing stuff, I probably have a little bit more insight
You're
just
better.
because that's not his thing. Well, I don't want to say
I'll say it for you.
I have more experience
There you go. There you go.
because he hasn't had to deal with that. So but that where he's funny though, he definitely needs an assistant there. So that's really what I'm doing when I go places with him, is the assistant. So no, he was funny because last night he moved out of town when he was 18 and went to New York and was working on TV shows like Seinfeld and stuff. So he hasn't been in town for 20 years. So he's the unknown commodity. And they don't know him at the Historical Society. I'm actually a lifetime member down there. So they all know me, right? So, but he doesn't know that. So when we went into the meeting, he did all the talking, and I was sitting there, and people were looking at me and going like this, wait. He's probably thinking, what the hell? But he wanted to do all the talking, and I thought that's fine with me. I certainly have no need to be seen and heard at this meeting, but he probably would have been better letting me tell the origin story or something, just because I know them all and none of them know him.
Yeah.
And it was too bad, because I could have said about him being the art director down in New York at Seinfeld or something, because he didn't say that. And then
Yeah.
at the end of the meeting, somebody said, just in case you didn't know it, Kenny graduated from our high school down here. And then that's all they said. So they didn't realize they had a professional director sitting here
What a
doing our little
phenom. Yeah, he
community
was.
play for 3 years, right? This is the third
Wow.
play. To have somebody of his caliber working at our little community theater is
That's awesome.
hilarious
Oh,
for
excuse
free
me.
too. So anyway, that's that. But everything that you're doing in your world, whether it's having a booth at a fair, whether you're selling Girl Scout cookies, whether you're working on a play, whether you're selling lipstick, make sure you look at SendOutCards as if it's one of the tools in your toolbox, because it definitely can help you with all of that stuff. Even if you just send a card a day to a prospect or to someone that might be interested in buying from you or might be interested in being in the play or whatever it is you're plugging, that's 7 cards a week. So if you're on a subscription and you need to send 5 cards a day to get your money's worth out of that, start doing stuff like that, because you'd be surprised how quick it adds up when you're doing one a day to a group of people. So I go through my whole customer list with Avon. I think 4 times a year. I go through the whole list 4 times a year, send them 4 different cards. And people love that. It's kind of cool and amazing that people get such a kick out of a card. I've had people say, I don't know how you did that, because I put what they bought from me on the front. That's all I did. It wasn't like I hand delivered it to them or something. I just grabbed a picture off the website, looked their order up, put it on the front of the card, and they're like, I showed all my friends how you put my what I ordered on the front of the card. And I'm like, yeah, kind of magical, isn't it? You know, but it's just so easy to make a good impression and so inexpensive that I don't know about you guys, but I just have not found anything that has the impact that this does for the amount of money that we spend on it. So awesome, awesome. I got to go to another one of their things pretty soon, because I love going out there to Salt Lake, watching their setup. They have an unbelievable print and press where they do all the stuff, and it's unbelievable. That's what the little QR code is on all the cards and stuff, where they match up the envelope with the card, because they come from 2 different machines, and it scans the card. I mean, it's just amazing how they do all that. And with the gifts too, just amazing. Well, we just got a couple minutes. Does somebody have anything they want to bring up, topic or no
No.
problem, issue? No? Okay. I'm gonna let's wrap up. It's only 2 minutes, but I've got the Go Giver Success Alliance, which you hear me talk about all the time. They now have changed it so their monthly fee, isn't it 37, I think? 37 a month. Unbelievably good
That
value.
is,
That is
wow.
cheap, right? So you can join that now for 37 a month. And today they have a 1-hour workshop on branding, and it's from 2 to 3. I'm going to get my 37 worth 10 times over on today's workshop. So if you ever wanted to do that, I believe it's the Go Giver Success Alliance.com, but you can message me and I'll look it up for you if you want. But $37 a month, that's a great investment for me, for my education. So that's where I'm going next. So, and then I'm going to get reblued. Go ahead.
Message me the other one that you talked about last week, the one that's $4.99 a month.
Oh, I didn't put that up yet. I didn't put the link up yet.
Okay.
I'm going to put that up. That's going to be all over the place. I'm going to put that out.
Okay.
That's the one with John Fleming.
Because I couldn't remember his name.
I
Okay.
didn't put it out yet. It's $4.99 a month. It's the Entrepreneurs Association or something like that. I got it. Yeah, I didn't put that out yet, but I'm gonna.
You
Okay.
know, when I was doing the Jay Shetty thing, Jay Shetty, he was $39 a month. And you don't get half of what I get from the Go Givers with Jay
Oh,
Shetty. And it was every Sunday he would come on and he'd do live meditation with you.
Oh,
But yet he wasn't live, he was somewhere, and
oh,
just around
yeah.
the world we'd all meditate together.
Oh,
And that's what you were actually paying the $39 a month for, to spend that
wow.
hour and a half meditating with Jay Shetty, nothing else. But then I was like, this doesn't calm me down. I'm not getting out of the meditation what I should be getting out of it. So it ended up not being worth it for me.
Well, you know, the go-giver thing, the main thing that you're going to get out of that, just so that you're not wondering here, it's the other people. Now, yes, I'm going to love the branding thing. Yes, I'm going to love all these other
Yeah.
presentations, but it's the other people, the connections. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the two Wednesday morning meetings that I've gone to already, I've met some great people.
Yeah, because I mean, where would I have, I'm the Avon lady. I mean, I may do good with us, but realistically, where would I have been able to do a book with Jeff West?
Yeah.
I mean, where would that really have happened? You know what I mean? Other than something like this. It's a mentoring group. We were all looking for collaborations, and he just happened to think it was a good idea. So it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time in there. So that's an awesome $37. I'll tell you that. I'm happy to give it to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get going because it's 2:01, but thank you very much. I'll
All
post this
right.
up.
Have a good
Thank you.
week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you again, Heather.
You're welcome. Bye, baby.
I love it. Bye.